Greetings and welcome to the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation fundraiser. I'm Dervan Malcolm, past student of Calabar High School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Leighton, Fyah, McKnight. I'm a member of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation Management Committee, and I was a good friend of David before he passed. I met him at Taylor Hall at the University of the West Indies, and we had the privilege of striking with him a few occasions for the Pelican football team. David was a very special individual, but what I admired about him most was the ability to mold young lives for the better, especially boys. We are carrying on his legacy through this initiative where we are assisting needy boys at Casey and Calabar to achieve scholastic excellence. And what I can tell you, having been a part of this program over the years at the annual scholarship awards ceremony, I'm always touched by the testimonies of the young men of what these scholarships have done for them, especially when they excel in their Cape and their CSEC. So I'm encouraging you and thanking you for your support. And we have an exciting lineup for you this evening. Stay tuned. I hand back to my co-MC, Dervan, to tell you a little bit more of our lineup. Dervan?
Thank you very much, Fyah, McKnight. David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Fundraiser number 12. Except that it's not the usual fundraiser, due obviously to the COVID-19 pandemic. And so this is the first virtual edition of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Fundraiser. We'd like to acknowledge Her Excellency Audrey Marks, Ambassador Audrey Marks, Jamaica's Ambassador to the United States and Permanent Representative to the Organization of American States, the OAS, Patron Paulette Roden, Principals Albert Corcho of Calabar High School and Dave Myrie of Kingston College. We acknowledge our sponsors, our major sponsors, Proven Wealth, Victoria Mutual Wealth Management, Gibson McCook Relays, and Stewart Investment Company. Our honorees this evening, Mr. Richard Pandohie, the CEO of CEPROD and President of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association and Calabar Old Boy. We're also acknowledging and honoring this evening Professor Emeritus Rainford Wilks, Kingston College past student. We acknowledge as well our performers, all of whom have generously donated their time, their talent, and their energy. We thank them very much for their support. And of course, you, our loyal, loving, caring, kind, giving contributors all over the world. We can't thank you enough for being a part of this experience. So let's get straight to it, because we have a lot for you, and we hope you'll stay with us from now until the very end. Coming up, we're going to have a prayer, the invocation, led by Reverend Loxley O'Connor. We'll hear from the scholarship recipients, and if those testimonies and experiences and gratitudinous expressions don't tug at your heartstring, I don't know what else will. We look forward to that. We'll hear the David Hunt story for those unfamiliar with the story of David Wagga Hunt. The Jamaica National Pledge forms a part of this segment. The co-chairman of the David Wagga Hunt Foundation, Arnold Dulu MacDonald and Christopher Hunt. And we also look forward to the other recipients to come. So let's get straight to it and welcome Reverend Loxley O'Connor for the invocation.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. My name is Loxley O'Connor, a 1979 graduate of Calabar High School. And I'd really like to just open with a quick word of prayer for our proceedings tonight. Let us pray. Our Lord and our God, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. We come, O God, to give your name the praise, the honor, and the adoration that is due. For you are King of kings and Lord of lords. We thank you, God, for David Wagga Hunt Foundation and all of the work it's been doing in the lives of young men at Kingston College and Calabar High School. We thank you, God, for the legacy of David, who through his own service set us as an example. The kind of commitment that he showed to nurturing and developing young men that they may be impactful leaders of our society. And so together through the work of the foundation and all of its supporters, we have been able to do great work in investing in the lives of these young people. And so we thank you tonight and pray even now for all of the work that will be continued. We pray even now for the leadership of both institutions and for all of the teachers and all of the parents and all of those who have supported us, whether they be organizations and individuals through the years, that we may have been able to invest in so many lives and will continue to do so as you grant us favor. So we pray now that together we will have a great time tonight and that there will be a spirit of generosity that comes, that we may continue to fund this work and bring glory and honor to your mighty name. Have your way now, in Jesus' name. Amen.
My name is Christian. I'm a grade student of the Calabar High School. I'm a recipient of the David Wagga Scholarship. I will achieve my goal because I work hard in school. I study every day to become better.
My name is Myrie Scott and I'm currently in grade 8. I work hard because I want to become a doctor to change others' lives. So in doing that, I can become financially stable and be able to take care of myself and my family.
Before God and all mankind, I pledge love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body in service of my fellow citizens. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race.
David Hunt was a successful football coach, husband, and a father. He coached at Calabar High School in Kingston, Jamaica, where he took the school to 3 consecutive Manning Cup finals. He was a past student of Kingston College, also in Kingston, Jamaica. It is not widely known that he played competitive chess and represented the island in international tournaments in the 1970s. It remained a pastime for him all throughout his life. A strict disciplinarian, Wagga understood that football was simply a microcosm of society, and that once discipline and unity were shown on the field, they could be manifested in other areas of life. He was considered a great mentor and a father by both the coaching staff and the players of his teams. In 2009, the Hunt family, in collaboration with KC and Calabar, inaugurated the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship to give assistance to needy and worthy students of Calabar and his alma mater KC. Students from both KC and Calabar are provided with cash support for their high school education. Funds are raised from an annual soccer tournament usually held in August and a fundraising ball in January. On behalf of the Calabar and Kingston College Old Boy Association, we pay tribute and continue to honor the life of David Wagga Hunt for his selfless dedication to his family, football, and the young people in his charge. We continue to acknowledge his success and celebrate his memory.
And I know it's gonna be.
Welcome. My name is Christopher Hunt, co-chairman of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation and youngest brother for David. Unfortunately, in 2007, we lost David. The family came together to see how best we could preserve his legacy and his memory. As a family, we decided that we would start a scholarship foundation in his name, and the recipients would be students from Kingston College, his alma mater, and Calabar High School, which he was actually coaching their Manning Cup team when he passed away. The first person I went to that I needed on this team was Arnold Dullo McDonald. He's the co-chairman with me, and you're going to hear further things from him about the actual foundation, highlighting certain events that we do. What I want to talk about is, over the past 12 years, what I have been most proud of. Apart from getting the funding that is very necessary to sustain the scholarship, I'm very proud that we are trying to bring KC and Calabar together. There's a lot of rivalry amongst the school. But what the David Wagga Hunt Foundation is doing is to show both members of their respective schools that we can be rivals, but we are not enemies. So I'm very proud that we are able to minimize that angst, that hostility that both fraternities used to have for each other. Another thing that we're going to try to really help the kids is our mentorship program. This is something that I know that David would really want us to follow through on. In 2020, it actually started in 2019, the pandemic hit us. So normally in 2021, Martin Luther King Jr. birthday, we would have our red carpet event. In-person meetings are not possible now. So I spoke to Arnold and I said, Arnold, let's come together and do something. Let's showcase our students, our scholarship recipients. So that's how we came about joining together to have our inaugural virtual fundraiser event. So I want you guys to sit back. We have a very diverse program. You're going to hear from the ambassador to the United States, Audrey Marks. You're going to hear from both principals. You're going to hear from our 2 honorees this year, Richard Pandohie and Professor Rainford Wilks. We also have some entertainment. You're going to hear from Kabaka Pyramid, Fab Five, Pam Hall, and my schoolmate, Paul Blake. I also want to thank Donovan Germain for allowing us to use this studio. In 2020, with the pandemic, one of the things we wanted to do is to see how we could assist the schools and our scholarship recipients with online learning. So I was very proud that apart from the 2.1 million Jamaican dollars that we gave to our 21 students, we were able to also remit 2 million Jamaican dollars, 1 million each to both Kingston College and Calabar High School to assist with their technology infrastructure. And I'm also proud that we were able to give all of our 21 students computers, of which 6 of them came from your MC, Leighton Fyah McKnight, through PwC. He was able to secure 6 laptops for us. I like to use the word, this is nation building. So I want you to get your checkbook, get your credit card, continue to assist us so we can continue our journey and improve on what we have done. We're not going to sit on our laurels. We are going to see how we can continue to impact our students in Jamaica, mainly at Kingston College and Calabar High School. So please visit our website, davidwagahunt.org. It's one word, davidwagahunt.org. And I hope you enjoy the program, and thank you very much.
My name is Kamani God. I'm currently in grade 8. I will achieve my goals by practicing and continue to work to achieve it.
My name is Myrie. I attend the Great Institution of Kingston College and I'm in class 8. I work hard in school for my mother and her hard work to help me to be where I am today.
Good evening, viewers. My name is Arnold McDonald. I'm the co-chairman for the David Wagga Scholarship Fund. And I want to start by thanking you all for being able to join us this evening in celebration of the Wagga Scholarship. We are pretty much very aware that 2020 has been a very challenging year, and we are really hoping on behalf of the committee, both in Jamaica as well as the diaspora committee, that you have all weathered the storm and been able to keep well and stay safe, and we wish you a great 2021. And we're pleased to say that over the years, this is our 12th season, we have graduated 12 children, 12 students from the program who have gone on to tertiary education both in Jamaica and overseas, and they have gone to colleges in the States. They've also gone to UWI, the University of Technology, GC Foster College, and we are proud that they have moved on. They were able to get the support that we were able to afford them, and have moved on to further development. We currently have 21 students in the program, 11 at Kingston College and 10 at Calabar, and they are all doing well. So we pledge to continue the support, both committees, both the diaspora as well as the local chapter. Of course, 2020 was a very challenging year, as I said, and we weren't able to keep any of our on-site, in-person engagements. There are 2 flagship events in Jamaica that we keep. One is called the Wagga Classic, which is a extravaganza, a football extravaganza in David's name, that is played between Kingston College and Calabar high school team as a feature game, but 2 other games as well, which one is involves Pelicans Football Club, which is a touring friendly team that David helped to form way back in 1979, and they are still together as a group. We are still together as a group. And the other is Medieval Football Club, for which David was also a co-founder and a coach that coached them for many, many years through all age group levels, very successful right through all age group levels. And of course, we were unable to keep the presentation ceremony, where we normally get together and hand out the actual awards to recipients. And by wishing you all a very prosperous 2021, I hope you had a good Christmas, a healthy and holy one, and we really hope that you will continue to support the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship going forward. We ask that you visit our website at davidwaggahunt.org, where you are able to contribute to the cause, and we accept any contribution that you may be able to do. So we wish you all the best again. We invite you to sit back, enjoy the rest of the program, where we will be showcasing a number of our parents, our students, members of the committee. We have a 9-member committee here in Jamaica and a 5-member committee in the States. And there will be various presentations throughout the night, and we will have some musical entertainment as well as a part of the package. So thanks again, and please stay safe.
My name is Harris. I'm in grade 9 at Calabar High School. I will achieve my dreams because I'm dedicated to working hard towards what I want in life.
Alright, so my name is Christy. I'm in 9th grade, and I work hard in school to ensure that my future will be bright. Working hard in school means getting good grades, so I am able to attain the subjects that I need to secure my desired career. With my desired career, I will be able to financially take care of myself and my family. This is why I work hard in school.
These youngsters are the reason why you have made the conscious decision to make your contribution and also to be a part of this experience this evening. And we thank you in advance. And thanks to those of you who have already contributed. It's time for some entertainment now. Are you ready? Well, from Jimmy Cliff to Judy Mort, Beres Hammond, to Dennis Brown and Peter Tosh. She has worked with all of them, providing backing vocals of the highest quality. Her 1986 single, Dear Boopsie, topped the reggae charts and reached number 54 on the UK singles chart. Her first album, Perfidia, was released in 1987. Perfidia, Always Love You, Missing You Baby, Magic, Bet You Don't Know, and Time for Love. It's time for Pam Hall.
Good evening, and warm wishes to all the viewers and supporters of the virtual Wagga Hunt fundraiser. I'm truly honored to be here tonight supporting this fundraiser for the deserving students from these 2 illustrious schools, KC and Calabar, and of course Excellency supporting. The work of this committee should be truly commended for the guidance and assistance being provided, especially during these challenging times. Give what you can, please. Anything. You don't know, one cocoa, all this work. You can donate to the foundation at www.davidwaggahunt.org. Bless.
Baby just cares for
me. My baby don't care for cars and races. My baby don't care for high tone places. Liz Taylor is not his style, not even Liberace's smile. Some things he can't see. My baby don't care who knows it. My baby just cares for me. Remember, www.davidwagahunt.org. Give what you can. All right, we're going to some rocksteady and some reggae now, Zane. Just one goodbye, hey, to you. Romantic fools will not us be. And I know my love was not for you, and so I take it back with a sigh. Perfidious one goodbye. people. Remember, the youth are the future. Oh, no, 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 no. You don't love me, yes, I know now. 'Cause you left me, baby, and I've got nowhere to go now. Remember, DavidWaggaHunt.org. Give what you can. No, no, no. I'll do anything you say, boy. No, no, no. No, 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 no. I'll do anything you say, boy. www.waggahunt, Wagga David Hunt, David Wagga Hunt. If you ask me, I'll do anything you say, boy. Whoa. Yeah, 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 yeah. The youth of the future, heaven if you can. Bye, 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 bye. The youth of the future, heaven if you can. The youth of the future, heaven if you can. Bye, 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 bye. If I should stay, I would only be in your way, so I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. Give what you can. Let's all help each other to get stronger and better. Bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I trust you have been enjoying the program so far. Again, I want to welcome you to the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation inaugural fundraiser. Palm Hall, what a lovely set. I was rocking, I don't know about you, but when she touched the rock steady, perfidia, no. I mean, yes, what a talent. Jamaicans, we are really talented musically. And we have more to come. I just want to remind you to donate as much as you can. The need is great. Recently, I was talking to a friend and he said he was talking to a youngster, asked him how was his grades in school. And it said below water level, boss, below sea level. So I said, what does that mean? So that means they're below sea level. So at the David Wagga Hunt Foundation, we bring boys' grades way above sea level. B's, A pluses, that's what we are doing with the boys at Kingston College and Calabar. Now, you'd have seen an ad from the Half Moon Hotel, and I just want to announce that we have for you tonight a silent auction. It's 4 days and 3 nights at the luxurious 5-star Half Moon Hotel in Montego Bay. Lovely, lovely facility. And I'm saying to you, you really want to go there. We have a starting bid at $1,200 US, and we will ask you to send your bid to by email info@davidwagahunt.org. So you can send in your bid 4 days, 3 nights for a couple, for 2 adults. Now, for some of my friends out there, I know you're smart. It has to be 4 days and 3 nights with 2 people. You're not gonna be able as an individual to go 2 times. That won't work, right? So you'll have to go as a couple or 2 adults. But it's a fantastic prize, and I'm encouraging you to send in your bids. I just want to point out that, you know, as you have heard from our chairman, this year we are giving 21 scholarships, and we had to assist the school with IT infrastructure, so our budget is heavy. Tonight we want to raise a minimum of $10,000 US, just about 1.5 million Jamaican dollars, and we are counting on you to support. We will take whatever you have, however small, however big. We'll take land bonds, titles, cash checks, credit card, debit card. We are not fussy. As long as you donate, we welcome it, because the need is great, and we really ask you to donate. I want to recognize, just yesterday, we got Guardian Life gave us 150,000 Jamaican dollars. Thank you. And I know there are more of you out there want to give. So I'm asking you, follow the screen, you know, www.davidwagahunt.org. And it's WAGGA. I know some of us are very proper. It's not Wagga, WAGGER. It's Wagga, right? Just like I am Fyah, not fire, FYAH. So I just want to solicit your participation. We're going to be rolling on with the show. And coming up in our next segment, you'll be hearing from our patron, or as you know, Ambassador Audrey, our Ambassador to the United States of America. This event is held under our patronage, and we are going to be hearing from her. We'll hear from the Calabar principal, we'll hear from some of our students, we'll hear from some of our parents. And as Dervan said, these stories will encourage you to give. After that, we'll get back to some exciting music. So let's enjoy the rest of the show. Over. Next.
Good evening, everyone.
Her Excellency.
I'm pleased to
Audrey.
convey warm greetings to Mr. Christopher Hunt and the organizing committee, as well as other family members, friends, and supporters of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Initiative and Fundraising event. As a long-standing supporter of this important initiative, I'm delighted and indeed honored to serve as patron of this event. Allow me to commend you on this 9th staging, and this year, the first one to be held virtually. I commend the remarkable progress you have made over the years, in particular last year. Despite the enormous challenges which COVID-19 has presented, this organization successfully dispersed over 4 million Jamaican dollars towards the provision of scholarships and enhancement of the technology infrastructure at Kingston College and Calabar High School. At this critical time, when many of our students are in dire need of resources and support in order to ensure that they can continue their education, which has largely been virtual in the last several months, the David Wagga Hunt Initiative has certainly constituted a lifeline for students in need. The fact that the David Wagga Hunt Initiative has been able to disperse over 30 scholarships to the tune of $13 million Jamaican dollars in this relatively short time is quite an impressive accomplishment, and it deserves our recognition and support. David Wagga Hunt will long be remembered for the indelible mark he made on the development of Calabar High and Kingston College, two of Jamaica's premier secondary institutions, which traditionally have been friendly rivals in the areas of sports and academics. This initiative is therefore a fitting tribute to a man who devoted much of his life to transforming the lives of young men in both institutions. Please accept my sincere best wishes as you once again stage this auspicious event, and more importantly, seek to sustain the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Initiative, which continues to touch the lives of our young men at Calabar and KC. Notwithstanding the virtual nature of this event, as patron, I appeal to everyone attending to give your full support in order to help our young men achieve their dreams. And I thank you. Enjoy this night.
Welcome. My name is Albert Corcho. I'm the principal of Calabar High School. There are a number of initiatives, for schools, for Calabar right across, but I think the Wagga Hunt Foundation, that committee, that foundation, have been very good the last 11 years. I've been at Calabar 8 years now, and so I've seen every year the impact, the positive impact. The funds come to us, we identify the board, the fund comes to us, and those funds are used throughout their school life. What we find it is extremely important, and I had a conversation very recently with the principal of Kingston College, and it is the same thing. The boys who are involved in this initiative, they always do well academically. So we're very proud. We have a couple of them now just finished 5th form into 6th form, and the exam results were pretty good. So the impact has been tremendous, both in terms of what happened on the part of the students. And as I mentioned, we are now moved into another phase where the funding will be used to expand our infrastructure, our IT infrastructure. So let me tell you, it's not just the students anymore. The entire school will now benefit from the contribution of the Wagga Hunt Scholarship Fund. I am extremely happy as principal to say, to the organizers, a job well done. We will continue as an institution, as Calabar, to support our young men, to support this committee, because we have seen every single year that the young men who are involved, they do extremely well, both at their extracurricular activities and most importantly, at their academic studies. It is important that we understand, who Wagga onto us. And he was one of the coaches who probably crossed borders in terms of coaching both Calabar and Kingston College. A lot of people see us probably like champions and probably football, but it's much more than that. We have developed a very good relationship with Kingston College. We have a number of functions that they come here to support. We go there, to participate in their function, and the impact has been pretty good. We've been able to forge good relationship both at the academic level in terms of the principal, the vice principal, but more importantly as the students. You see them on the road, you see them in different areas, and you see how they operate. So it has helped us tremendously in terms of forging those relationships, those partnerships, that will live with them for life. Kudos to this foundation, not just the financial part of it that has been very helpful to the school, but other areas, partnership have been forged, relationship for life, and that is what the committee, that's what Wagga Hunt had in mind years ago when all of this was conceptualized. It is important that we understand, what is happening as a result of, this initiative, the Wagga Hunt initiative. Many of our students' lives have been changed, and we want to thank them. We want to thank the level of organization that I've seen, especially for the last 8 years, tremendous very organized, they know what they're doing. And so I'd say to those out there, Kingston College, Calabar, and other persons, that here's an initiative that we have seen the last 11 years that it has worked for us, worked for the institution, worked for the board. And so we want to encourage, the sponsors, the donors to get involved. And we have the records we can show. We track our boys from as early as, grade 8 right up to universities. And so we believe that is an area that, we can come on, other persons can, get involved, because it is working. Lives have been changed. And for that, on behalf of the administration of Kingston College, the young men there, and the Calabar fraternity, we want to thank the Wagga Initiative, this committee, for changing lives of young men.
Good morning, my name is Kenny Bernard. I am 14 years of age. I am currently in grade 9 and I am a proud recipient of the David Wagga Scholarship Funds. In the future, I would like to become a lawyer, and I will achieve these goals because I am willing to make the necessary sacrifices and put in the hard work.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amani of Kingston College and I am currently in grade 9. I work hard in school because I wish for my dream of becoming a forensic scientist come to a fruition. For those of you who may not know, forensic science, also known as criminalistics, is the application of science to criminal and civil laws, mainly on the criminal side during criminal investigations. What drove me to select this exciting career choice is due to my love of science, crime scenes, and investigative series such as CSI Miami, Chicago PD, and Law and Order.
David Wagga Scholarship have impacted my life in many ways. Before the scholarship, I was unable to provide for myself, while my family, however, have been unable to provide for me financially. I wasn't able to get the financial support I need from them, given the current situation we're in. They provided me with financial support, food, clothing. They provide educational benefits also. Before I got the scholarship in grade 7, I came into school and I wasn't doing that good. However, grade 8, I got a call from Miss Charity and she told me about the scholarship and that I could possibly obtain a scholarship like this. And I'm saying, wow, okay. So that kind of gave me the drive to work harder and harder. So after I got the scholarship in grade 9, as you can see, my first honor roll badge, I got it in grade 9 after achieving the scholarship. The next year, I also got another one. So that gives me the push, that gives me a sense of a drive to work harder, to obtain what I want. Well, I see the members of the David Wagga Scholarship Initiative as a family. Why? Because they give you a sense of belonging. They don't only see you as a student of Kingston College or Calabar High School, but they see you as a son, a ward, right? So they don't only provide financial benefit. Sometimes they call, they check up, how are you doing? And I appreciate that a lot. Why? Because it's obvious. Students of our sort, we are young men willing to work. We only need a push. And what you can help David Wagga Scholarship in giving us this extra push to achieve our goals.
Well, in many ways actually, because in the one that I can remember right now, I couldn't afford to go to extra classes last year for safety, and because I was on scholarship, I was able to go to classes at college, and well, I did pretty well at safety, so a huge part of that has to go to the extra classes that I received, because in chemistry, I was failing from the start of the year, and my teachers still believed in me because I had good grades from the past year, but I really couldn't understand what was going on. But other than my parents would be disappointed for losing the scholarship, and I would have to pay for school, and there's a whole host of other issues that would come into that, because I probably wouldn't be able to train, because a lot of the money that comes from me to train is money that would have been used for school. But there's other people like me that are in tricky situations, and it's not their fault for being born into a situation that was, well, I guess slightly handicapped, and that, there's other students like me that deserve a chance to be able to
to be able to afford school, I would say, and as well as other things, the extracurriculars outside of school.
Afternoon, everyone. My name is Gregor Carr, a proud father of Gregor Carr Jr. I want to say thanks to he's a recipient of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship. I want to say thanks to the David Wagga Hunt Committee. Without this scholarship, I don't know what would I do now. I really appreciate this scholarship because it helps to help him with his classes and also his online schooling, and really appreciate the laptop that was donated to him. It really helped him in his learning, and I want to say thanks on behalf of the other parents. With this scholarship, I know it will help other students in a time of this pandemic now. It really helped a lot, and I want to say on behalf of my wife and my son, thanks to the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship. And I hope it will continue, and I know it will help other students who is really in need of this scholarship. Thanks again to the David Wagga Hunt Committee.
Good morning, my name is Greg Carr, a 10th grader of Calabar High School. My life will impact this world because of the hard work I put in and motivation I receive from my parents, my grandparents, and mostly the Wagga Hunt family.
My name is Tyrus Johnson. I am a proud recipient of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship. I am currently in grade 10, and I work hard in school because I plan on getting my goals and building a future for my family and for my future family. I plan on giving back to the community, giving back to past schools that has helped me to be where I am today, giving back to my church, and giving back to my current school, which is Kingston College. I plan on doing all this because if you ask me, I think failure is not an option.
Hi there, my name is Miguel Morrison, and I was one of the first recipients of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship. So this scholarship has helped me in ways which I'm very thankful. I was able to get through high school, without having to worry about a lot of extenuating factors like, transportation costs. It helped alleviate a lot of stress on my mom, especially. It gave me a lot of experience to meet a lot of new people, broaden my horizons, gave me a lot of insight on, what it is to be, given an opportunity, as this one. Getting this scholarship has taught me that, to whom much is given, much is required. I would encourage a lot of people, everybody actually, to give back, in whatever small way you can, because there's always someone that you could help. And that's how we all, get better in life, by giving back. So, that was a life lesson learned for me, Also, I know that a lot of people are not given this opportunity, so when you get opportunities like these, you got to make the best of them. Okay. I'm currently in my 3rd year of university. I'm studying kinesiology, pursuing a degree in kinesiology. You know, at the end of it, I would like to become a physiotherapist. It's because, for example, I have a role model that I look up to, you know, a fellow Jamaican. He was the commissioner of police here in Winnipeg. And, you know, I look at that as something I want to strive to achieve also. The scholarship has taught me that, you know, throughout the hard times that I've had, you know, I was able to push through, you know, adversities. You're gonna always, you know, have instances where things are not going well, but, you know, just right there, just around the corner, there's help on its way, you know. This scholarship fund has been a great positive in my life, and with that said, you know, the famous saying, to whom much is given, much is required. You know, I look at that as, you know, just it's almost like it is the right thing to do, right? So far, I plan to, you know, contribute, you know, to other scholarship funds, you know, other ventures that, you know, as an old boy, I have benefited from it. So, you know, I have a personal stake in giving back.
Hello, I am Javon Faldo of Calabar High School, one of the inaugural recipients of the David Wagga Scholarship Foundation back in 2009. Today, although virtual, it is my absolute honor to speak on behalf of the David Wagga Memorial Scholarship Initiative and to all those who have helped vigorously in my development into the man I am today. For that reason, I would like to extend my heartiest gratitude to the David Wagga Scholarship Initiative and to you all for continuing to help the young men of Jamaica and fostering a culture of success. I must mention a deep sense of appreciation to the Hunt family in making the decision for Wagga's legacy to be carried out in this manner. So the Scholarship Foundation has helped me tremendously. I would say it unlocked somewhat of a latent potential that I had in me. When I was a child, most if not everywhere I go, people would say to my mother, "Your young man has a lot of potential and I like how he operates." However, at such a tender age, I didn't even know what potential meant. Getting older, I started hearing it even more, especially after receiving the David Wagga Scholarship. I never knew I could become that motivated and absolutely driven because this scholarship gave me a feeling of self-reliance, where I just felt a need to always be on top of everything. Each day I get out of bed, I think of my future almost instantaneously, to the point where throughout my daily activities with whatever I'm occupied with, I think, is this helping me to achieve my desired future? If not, it is quickly dismissed. Okay, so throughout the years, not only has the scholarship provided tremendous assistance and more so leverage towards me and my family, it also allowed for those benefits to impact on the lives of some of my closest friends. It provided relief in many instances, whether it meant sharing box lunches. However, for me personally, it provided support and comfort from my general of a father during our time of grief of my mother passing during the second semester of first form. For he didn't pay $1 out of his pocket during my tenure at Calabar. Everything was taken care of by the scholarship, and I was so lucky and blessed to have the honor of being one of the first 2 recipients of the prestigious scholarship from Calabar High, along with my brother, Miguel, from KC being the other. In leaving an institution, one must leave it better from whence they came, right? I intend to make an impact on the David Wagga Scholarship Initiative. I fully intend to, trust me. That is family. And for most, if not all young individuals, especially young men, all they need is just a break, right? That one chance. And I think the Hunt family right now is doing the words cannot even describe what they're doing for the young men of Jamaica today. And I thank them for facilitating my chance and keeping my dream alive. I would simply say thank you for your service because you filled a very critical role in our society. And I mean that from, the bottom of my heart. You brought together two rival schools in Calabar and KC. You molded young men not only in high school but at the national level, at the highest level you could think of. You molded young men into responsible citizens. You essentially broke the culture of young men going into drugs or going into gang violence and the like. And I just want to say thank you, sir. Thank you.
It is my pleasure and honor to give a memento of the David Wagga Scholarship. It was a dream come true in 2011 when I received a call from Mrs. Watson that my son had received the David Wagga Scholarship. The scholarship has taken a huge financial burden away from me, as for 6 years I did not have to cover tuition, books, or even lunch money to my son. The scholarship has also given me exposure to sit and mingle with the Hunt family as some great leaders, the principal, vice principal, and guidance counselor of the best institution in Jamaica, Kingston College. In summary, the Wagga Scholarship has been the best blessings for my son and I throughout high school years, which have enabled him not only to be a proud graduate of Kingston College, but now a proud graduate of the University of the West Indies. I want to say a big thank you to the Hunt family for being a great blessing to me and my son's life. And may God continue to bless the Wagga Hunt Committee and the Hunt family and allow the program to continue, transform the lives of these young men in great men and leaders in our country. Again, God bless the Wagga Hunt family. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Andrea Williamson, proud mother of Taj Williamson, who has been a recipient of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation for 5 years. Taj has benefited greatly from being awarded this scholarship and has lived up to the expectations of the criteria of the scholarship. So as a mother, I've always instilled in him and has always been there for him to encourage him on a daily basis as to what it means and what his responsibilities are to the founders of this prestigious scholarship. And so it has, the scholarship has helped my family greatly. Taj was able to go to school without any financial worries. He didn't have to think about lunch. He didn't have to think about traveling expenses. His responsibility was to go to school and do his work and achieve the highest level of what his potential was. And so I'd encourage all parents to start by just trying to know your child early enough so that you can motivate and build the strength of their characters and to help them to understand what it means to be given something, the value of being given a gift, and not to take things for granted. I would also encourage anyone who is able to, who can afford to give to a foundation. I would say my number one foundation would be the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation. It has I can't even find words, but for me and for my family, it has been one of the most blessed opportunities we have had for his family and for himself to not to have financial issues while studying, because having both financial issues and studying, it's two heavy burdens that a lot of children carry. And for him, he only has one responsibility right now, which is to go to school and make the best of the opportunity that he has been given. And so, given what has happened around the world this past year, I would say thank you to all the members of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation who have taken the time, who have put their monies, who have put their energies, and who have sought boys out to make their lives better. And so we say again, thank you, and we will forever be grateful, and we will always be active in the well-being and the continuance of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation. Thank you all. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what testimonies. We want to thank Ambassador Audrey for her continued support. She has always supported the red carpet ball. You have heard from the principal of Calabar. You have heard from current recipients of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship. You have heard from past recipients. You have heard from parents. You have heard what these scholarships have done for the lives of these young men. I can tell you, Dervan, who we heard earlier, a past recipient speaking about who intends to go on and assist other students. I remember this young man, he was so shy and unassuring when, just before he got the scholarship. And I can testify that that scholarship has really changed his life, and he's now on the way to realizing his full potential. Ladies and gentlemen, every year we go through an application process, and of course we don't have enough money to deal with all the applicants. We look at them for academic performance, extracurricular involvement, and also need, and we emphasize the need. And every year we see so many of these young men with so much potential, but we are not able to give more than a minimum amount of scholarship because of lacking in the funding. So I'm encouraging you, let us donate. Go to the website. It's on your screen, www.davidwaggahunt.org. Please go there and donate. As I said, we are trying to raise $10,000 tonight. That's 10,000 US dollars. Just about 1.5 million Jamaican dollars. We are counting on your support. Please go and donate. I also want to remind you of our silent auction with the package at the Half Moon Hotel in Montego Bay, that 5-star luxurious hotel, 4 days and 3 nights. We have a bid so far of 1,200 US. It's valued much more than that. Please send in your bids. Email info@davidwaggahunt.org. Please bid. Ladies and gentlemen, we are appealing. I'm making no apology because I know the need is great. Going on to music, I can think of a song by Azwa that says, let's give a little love, have a little hope, let's make this world a little better. Try a little more, harder than before. Let's do what we can do together for these young men at Calabar and KC. We are counting on your donations. Coming up, we have another phenomenal Jamaican artist who is gonna perform. He is very close to the David Wagga Hunt Foundation. He always attends our annual Wagga Hunt Classic Football. He's a KC old boy. I met him like Wagga when we were on campus at Taylor Hall. He was a founding leader and lead singer of the formidable Bloodfire Posse. Most of us remember that great band from the early 80s. Gave you hits like I'm Just a Rubber-Dub Soldier. Hits like Great, Every Posse Get Flat. Everybody was getting flat when they heard that song. Pink Panther. He's Mr. Paul Blake. Since 1991, he has turned to the gospel, He has done many other hits on the gospel charts, like I Can Praise, one of the very, very, very popular one. We know him as Reverend Paul Blake, an ardent supporter, one of Jamaica's classical singers. Let's welcome, as you'd say, are you ready? Are you ready for Mr. Paul Bloodfire Posse, Get Flat Blake, Reverend Blake?
Greetings and salutations. My name is Paul Blake, actually Reverend Paul Blake, formerly of the Bloodfire Posse. Today we're gathered together all over the world, and we just want to big up the Wagga Hunt Foundation. Just give, just donate, because it's a great charity. Mr. DJ, run it for me.
Are you ready, ready? Are you really, really ready?
Said, are you ready, 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 ready? Are you ready? Here we go. We got to ask you the question.
People on the street crying out for more, but they're not sure what they're looking for. Said they wanna pray for a heyday. Saw me plan little gun, but you blow away. Are you really sure what you're looking for? Yet you're asking for more.
Push it.
You get the sunny day, you never get to pray. You get the rainy day and you want to go away. You send me Mass More, you send me Papa Joe, you send me Miss Annie, go to planet so you're funny. Are you really sure what you're looking for? Yet you're asking for more.
Come on, hear me, listen.
How long will you be asking for someone who can give you the cure? God has only one open door. Love is, so let me ask you something. Are you ready?
Let me see you wave your hand.
Are you really, really?
Said, are you ready? Are you ready? Said, are you ready? Are you ready?
Really,
come on. I said, are you ready? Listen.
Take a tip from me, the thing is quite free. No money can't buy it, only you can set it free. You better be sure that's who you adore. Don't wanna see you end up on the concrete floor. Are you really sure what you're looking for? Yet you're asking for more. How long will you be asking for someone who can give you the cure? God has only one open door. Love this, so let me ask you something. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you really, really?
Said, are you ready? Are you ready? Said, are you ready? Are you ready? Voila.
New York,
Jam down. You remember this?
you've changed. I won't. In this time, it's alright. Cause this dance is for you. I just cool.
And. Now this one is especially for Christopher Hunt, for Justice, Dulu, every man who I requested. Come now. You remember this one? The #1 song of all time, back in the 80s. Come now.
Get flat. Everybody get flat. Wanna make the place so tidy. Everybody get flat.
Well, I can still get flat.
My pussy flat. And that pussy flat. No matter make the place so tidy. Everybody get flat.
Listen.
I'm here again, but me come a little harder. Because we tear all the barriers. Revolutionary rubber dub style. Me come back higher. Come way down low, make me show you how to get that. Everybody get that. But make the place so tidy. Everybody get flat. My pussy flat. And your pussy flat. No, but to make the place so tidy. Everybody get flat. In the dance floor, the people come together. my child, this a rubber dub sound, hey. Just look around, everyone I do the same thing. Because I just make you want to get black. Every pussy get black. But make the blizzard die. Every pussy get black. Watch me. That pussy flat. Blood fire pussy flat. Nobody make the blizzard die. Every pussy get black.
Are you ready now? Hear me? Go, this is a wonder. You hear me now? Listen. Back in the day when we used to get flat, all 40s, you know we did. Paul Blake did the show and everybody know that. Now we are lift up the name of Jesus. Hear me? We used to have a thing named breakdancing, baby. Watch it now. The breakdancers are bunker, unibody rocker, some are spring, some are green, just ride the ring. Yeah, mama. Listen. If you can't find a groove, nobody make no move. You will drop on your back, so nobody with that. Nobody with that. Nobody with that, get that. Every pussy get that. Alright, your time now, all over the world, wherever in the day, right now, everybody, Wagga Hunt pussy, come now. So get flat, every pussy get flat, get flat, get flat, every pussy get flat. Lord of mercy. Never little piece of lyrics for you know, before we're done. See it? Here we go. Watch me now. Back in the day when we used to get flat, all 40s, you know we did. Paul Blake did the shit and everybody know that. Now me I lift up the name of Jesus. God bless you now. I speak a blessing over Wagga Hunt Foundation. God bless you richly. Good night. No matter with that. Every pussy get flat, 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 flat. But the big devil is a guy. I speak a blessing over you. Everyone who gives, everyone who sows. I speak multiplication back to you and your family. It's a good cause. God bless you. Thank you.
Taking Reverend Paul Blake's advice, getting flat.
Flat.
This is as flat as we will get this evening. If you're just tuning in, wherever in the world you are, whatever time of day it is where you are, we thank you for being a part of this experience. 12 years, 34 scholarships, and $14 million Jamaican dollars and counting. That's the extent of the contribution so far of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation. This, of course, is the inaugural virtual edition for obvious reasons, COVID-19 and all. And we welcome you and thank you. Those of you who have made your contributions already, thank you very much. Keep those contributions coming. Even in a year of COVID-19, the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation has been able to donate $1 million each to Calabar and KC towards their information technology, IT infrastructure. In addition to that, the youngsters from both KC and Calabar have received laptop computers, and the support in terms of scholarship funding, that support continues thanks to you. So we thank those of you who are bidding. Have you gotten in your bid yet for the Half Moon 3 nights 4 days stay? Now would be a good time. You can send your bids via email, info@davidwagahunt.org, info@davidwagahunt.org. And if you're inclined to give, but at the moment you can only pledge at the moment. Let's say you want to just get in that pledge from now. Please email your pledge to say, I so-and-so, and we'll see your name anyway, pledge to support the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Fund to the tune of or in the sum of whatever the amount is. Every mickle make a muckle. That's what we say in Jamaica. Every little counts. That's the English translation. And so we're counting on you for your support in that regard. Now, normally, when we celebrate the work of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation, there's a big, what is called a red carpet ball, which is held in Washington, D.C. Obviously, again, because of COVID-19, we haven't been able to have that physical ball where we would go and experience the camaraderie and meet past students and so on and so forth. But the work continues, hence this virtual edition. So we're going to give you a taste of what the red carpet ball has been like, and also some pictures from the Howard University Students' Brunch, because that's another support arm that is connected with members of the team of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation. How about that? Take a look.
In 2007, David passed away, and as a family, we got together and decided that the best way we could try to keep David's name and legacy alive was to give 2 scholarships to Kingston College and Calabar High School.
Hashtag, I'm a big deal. You're my friend and my VIP. Ask anybody, boy. I'm a big deal. You're my friend and my big deal. Yeah, we're kinda important. For real. Oh yeah, I'm a big deal. And my friends are some big deals. Very, very, very important. For real. This has nothing to do with money or fame or vanity. This one is all about self-worth. So big up your chest and stand proud, and don't matter about nobody, no man no more than no man on this earth. So whether you walk or you a drive car, I tell if you're white or black like tar, you feel good in yourself, you're a star. Push up on the one and tell all the haters I'm a big deal. You're my friend, I'm a big deal. I'm if you tell you.
For 2 students, 1 each from Calabar and KC. In Jamaica. Those are Jamaican dollars.
Ooh, she loves me now. She loves me now. Ooh, she loves me now.
Happy New Year. And may I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for recognizing and honoring President Obama with this Jamaican inauguration celebration this evening. We value so very much the relationship between Jamaica and the United States. Our bonds are strong, our ties are deep, and the love that our countries share with each other.
Ziggy's out, Zagga's out, anyhow, bad man now, Zagga's out, Ziggy's out, Zagga's out, anyhow, be the man of my day now, Zagga's out, Ziggy's out, Zagga's out, Neptune make #1 tune, yeah, Zagga's out, Ziggy's out, Zagga, yeah, Zagga's out, simmer, be the man of the girls, them sugar, the girls, them world class lover, the girls, them need cigar. When me love them shape and figure. Yeah, the man them where the girl admire. Not the girl that make them ball out for jaja. And me got the girls them power. Yeah, we cool and my sing like the Amana.
Hi, my name is Daniel Nash. I am in 10th grade at Calabar High School. The reason why I want to achieve my dream is because I want to be my mother, father, family.
My name is Kian Scarlett. I'm a proud recipient of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship. I'm currently in 4th form and I work hard in school because I would want to maintain my scholarship, which helps to provide with education, and I would want to continue to make my family proud.
Hello everyone, I am Georgette Hunt, widow of David Hunt, and this is his daughter. Initially, when my brother-in-law Christopher had told me that they were going to start this scholarship initiative, I was very happy that they were going to use this positively to keep his memory alive. Because one of the things about David was that he was always about the youth, encouraging them to do better and to just try and keep them on a positive path. And that was one of his things about Medhaven's football club. He saw it as a way to keep the youths engaged, keep them out of trouble, and to possibly open doors with scholarships to help a number of them to get out of poverty. So this scholarship initiative, I think it's very important because it is going to be helping a number of youths to get out of poverty. There are a lot of parents who cannot afford even just bus fare or lunch money, and for the scholarship initiative to be taking on the school fee, the lunch, books, everything, it takes a lot of the burden off a lot of the parents, and it's going to ensure the success and solid foundation for a number of students who we hope will in turn become the positive young men that our society needs to help our society to grow and just continue in a positive way. So this is their 12th year, and I'm thankful that it has been able to continue so successfully, and I hope that it continues like this for many, many more years to come.
All right, the COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on KC. I think we've paid the ultimate price as far as COVID-19 is concerned. We lost a vice principal to the pandemic, Miss Gillette Wilson. May her soul rest in peace. And so that was a massive, massive blow. I think jobs would be maybe about 3 or 4 persons wrapped up in one. And so that was very hard for KC, for the whole fraternity. For this pandemic, there are so many other things. We had a number of kids who depended on KC even for getting their daily meals. And with the pandemic and school out and we're all online, obviously nothing's there. Which is why, you know, we ran care packages at least about 4 times. We did care packages that we just got the kids in, got the parents, and, you know, ensured they got stuff. And our guidance council would drive and go to all different places to deliver packages to kids who we know are in dire straits. And you know, sometimes it pains my heart when some of them will turn up and say, boy, sir, here's a situation, and we have to find stuff for them all the same. And we're all trying to keep in touch with those particular groups. Everybody, yes, but pay some extra attention to those kind of kids who we know is on the fringe, we know they're on the fringe, and we've all been trying to help them. We've sourced and given away maybe over 150 tablets and laptops to students. And you know, even read the Wagga Hunt Foundation recently, they also delivered you know, iPads or Chromebooks to a number of students who are involved in the Wagga Hunt Foundation Scholarship. You know, the David Wagga Hunt initiative, and we've said it many times, has been a blessing for a number of students in Kingston College. And I think it's in its 13th year, I think, of existence now. And every year we're looking at 2 or more students who are being given scholarships. One of the most important things, and I've said this a couple of times, many of those students are only able to access their education and whatever else goes along that because of that scholarship. Had it not been for that, they'd be struggling very significantly and very seriously. And you know, there are countless members of the fraternity who have received scholarships, have spoken to the fact that had it not been for those scholarships, God knows. And because of those scholarships, they're achieving the dream that they have. Because we've gone to a level already that students have, you know, gone through the system, gone through university, and all of that. And they credit all of that to the Wagga Hunt. Now, you know, when I see what is being done for these youngsters, and I look at the face of the parents when they come and they receive and all that, and I say to myself, and parents have come to me and expressed, boy, I'm so appreciative of Wagga Hunt Foundation because how it has helped me. First thing is, they say, we have no money to buy books, yeah? But even say trying to find lunch for them is a difficulty. Find tuition is a difficulty. All of these things. And this load has now been lifted off our shoulders and we can be able to actually watch our kids grow. And the biggest thing about this, you know, is what it is doing for me, alright? It's not just about handing out a scholarship. It's allowing these guys to develop in a way that they can be independent and support their families later on as well. And that's been the key thing for me. Some of these youngsters, even though there's a criteria used to select them, but once they get selected and say they're part of the Wagga Hunt thing, it's like there's a lift for them and they just continue to do well. And I'm saying, you know, there's a sense of pride in that scholarship. And I suppose every time that they have the yearly awards function and they go and everybody they're dressed in their school colors and all of that, there's a bit of pomp and pageantry about it that I think resonates with these youngsters. Boy, this is a very important thing. So I can't afford to lose it. I have to do well, and they continue to do well. And so, you know, to me, it lifts them more than just an educational lift. It's just about the persona and all of that sort of thing. Even though there are many persons who are contributing to the David Wagga Hunt Foundation who have no affiliation necessarily with Kingston College or with Calabar High School, but they have a love for education and the development of youngsters, and they believe in the cause that the foundation stands for. And as a result of that, they've been giving and supporting. I want to thank them, all of those persons who have given or supported the Wagga Hunt Foundation. I want to thank the committee that plans, organizes, you know, and the committee that does all the work in the background. I want to thank them on behalf of the school, on behalf of the recipients of the awards, and just the overall KC family. I want to thank them because at the end of the day, I say all the time is that, you know, there are many persons who can help and they sit on their hands and do nothing, right? And, you know, and when all is said and done, more is said than done. And persons like to talk and do very little, right? There's a group that does more than talk. And as a result of that, again, the results are there. The students are coming through, they're doing well, they're moving on into adult life, going through universities, and all we ask of them is in return to give back. So I want to thank the Wagga Hunt Foundation, I want to thank everybody involved, the donors. We really appreciate that. Ambassador Marks, who has you know, been a patron and been really supporting the initiative. We want to especially thank her as well for her input, and we just say that we'll continue to do what we need to do to make Jamaica shine and make our boys shine. So thank you all very much again.
Hello, my name is John Patronages. I'm a grade 11 Calabar student, and the reason I want to achieve my goal is to make my family proud, God proud, and to set an example for the younger students coming up in this institution. My name is Leighton. I'm a proud recipient of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship. I'm currently in 5th form. One reason why I work hard in school is because I want to prepare myself for a higher level of education, and it will help me be a great individual with good morals and qualities.
So my name is McKnight. I will be leading this on behalf of the recipients of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship. I have been blessed to have been given this scholarship and to have been part of the David Wagga Hunt Foundation family for the last 6 years. During the last 6 years, my school life had become drastically easier to manage because of the financial burden that was lifted off me and my parents' shoulders. Issues which included paying school fees, exam fees, and also lunch fees as well. It allowed me to focus primarily on academic and extracurricular activities. Your investment over the years in my education humbles me. You have made my path through formal education way easier so that I can gain more from it. It means so much to me, and I find it hard to express my gratitude in just a few words. Your scholarship has allowed me to want to focus again on school rather than the stress of supporting my education. It has been such a huge relief to receive this scholarship year after year for the past 6 years, and I'm truly appreciative for the scholarship. This scholarship has provided much more than financial needs. It allowed us as scholarship recipients to form a bond that demonstrates family, and as we, the recipients, are able to have father figures regardless of their own children, and who are also there for us as role models and motivators. This scholarship has given me and my fellow recipients a pathway to succeed throughout high school and in life. So as I urge my fellow recipients to press on and to continue the good, knowing that this scholarship is a gift that was given to them and to me from the foundation so that we may succeed. Also knowing that you have put in the work to be given this scholarship and you have earned it. Your generosity has helped alleviate the financial burden high school education can leave on parents and students and serve as an inspiration to be as I continue with my studies. I know I can say on behalf of the rest of the recipients that we are truly grateful for this scholarship. Thank you.
My name is Andrew Campbell and I am a proud recipient of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship, residing currently in the 11th grade. Being a David Wagga Hunt Scholarship recipient has impacted my life significantly. Since receiving the scholarship, my parents haven't had to worry about where they are going to find money to pay for this expense, because the scholarship covers it all. My school books, my uniforms, down to the lunch that I eat at school on a daily basis is covered by the scholarship. I'm truly blessed to have been awarded this opportunity, and I am eternally grateful to the scholarship committee and the Hunt family for all the work that they have done over the years for youngsters like myself. Amid the coronavirus pandemic, schools have had to move from face-to-face teaching to administering lessons through online platforms, and honestly the transition has been rough. But I was determined to learn regardless of the circumstances, because I know that education is the key to success and getting said education is vital. I've been able to adapt to the new way of learning, which I've said before is done through online platforms, and so far the journey has been good. The work that the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation has committed to and has done over the years to aid young men from both Kingston College and Calabar High School on their paths to success is truly wonderful. You have the chance to fuel this initiative by simply heading over to the website at davidwaggahunt.org and making a donation. Really and truly it helps, and I think I speak for all the recipients here when I say this. We need you and we need this. Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure to be a part of this, you know. Big up Wagga. It's weird because my dad, Coach Oliver, used to take me to champs as a little youth all the time, and I would sit with my mom up in the grandstand, right in between Calabar and KC, and he and I would argue, and I'd be like 8 years old, and we would argue about, I would say like, yeah, you know, so you get the prediction wrong in a champs, and him gonna come second, and he would always humor me. So every champs, every track meet, me and him always talk. I follow him around more time. Like, was a really blessed soul and spirit, and I can just remember the kindness that he showed me as a child, and always had respect for him as a person. And then he has impacted so many other youths' lives as well. So it's a pleasure to be a part of this. Encourage people to keep donating, cause youth can benefit from this, and again, just honored to be a part and to be able to even speak about him in this context. So give thanks and bless up everybody.
Blessings and love. I'm Stephen Catcore of Third World. I'm inviting you to help the David Wagga Hunt Foundation to help send kids to school at Calabar and KC. This foundation has been giving scholarships to kids to Calabar and KC since 2009. Please help us to continue the great work by making a pledge. God bless and all the best, and stay safe.
Thank you for making your pledge and emailing that pledge to info@davidwagahunt.org. davidwagahunt.org. That's the same email address you would use if you wanted to bid on that 3-night, 4-day stay at Half Moon Hotel. How about that? Thank you so much. Keep those contributions coming in. And while you're doing that, we invite you to get ready for our next big act. He is an award-winning artist. He has developed a solid global fan base that connects deeply with the messages in his music, touring extensively over the past 5 years to the largest reggae stages around the world. In 2017, he topped the global reggae charts with anthem Can't Breathe, the first single of his soon-to-be-released debut full-length album, Contraband, being executive produced by David Jr. Gong Marley, a joint release with Bebel Rock Music and Ghetto Youths International. Lead the Way EP singles such as Never Gonna Be a Slave, No Capitalist, Me Alright with Chronics, and Free From Chains, as well as music videos for the popular Warrior featuring Patronages, touted by many as a leader in the new wave of powerful reggae artists coming out of Jamaica. With the name Kabaka, which is Ugandan for king, and the long-lasting survival of the pyramids of ancient Africa, representing his desire for longevity in the music and deep connection to Kemetic roots, leaving messages for generations to come. Here comes Kabaka Pyramid.
Bless the Lord, this is Kabaka Pyramid. Big up to everybody streaming live. Yeah? Big up to everybody who's supporting the thing. It's all about a thing called the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship. You know what I mean? For the youths, KC, Calabar, whole heap of good things are going, you know what I mean? So just click on the link, you know, go to the website, donate if you can. And we're there for all our vibes. So big up everybody in the stream right now. Anyway, which part you're there in the world. See? This is Kabaka Pyramid. I'm surround the rhythm for me, please, and thanks for my talk. When it comes to musical thing, I love is all I bring. Kabaka Pyramid, the lyrical sling like King David. I rhythm like these, me not play with. Lord. A long time on a DJ in a dance. A long time on a chant in a dance. We come for nice up the area. We come for nice up Jamaica. Watch a drink, dance off salon, dance off the car, liquor salon, Georgie wine salon. People really see it and awful laugh. Promoter and the margin awful laugh. Oh, them laugh. Shala la 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 la. Shala la 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 la. Born and growing in Jamaica. No matter where me go, me nah left ya. Me say me nah left Jamaica. Me coulda never left Jamaica. Lord, in comes King Kabaka, lyrical champion. Watch me chop up a rhythm like a sword from Japan. So bright off a squid like a real Chinese man. Practitioner of yoga but not Indian. Lyrics them a weapon of mass destruction. We have nuclear bomb like a American. Can't overstand all the rhymes them so strong. When me dip it and me shift it to the fifth dimension. We chat on the rhythm that a film religion. And you get twist up and flat up like a Brazilian. Pile off your face with the mic in my hand, and then me sip a cup of tea like me come from England. A long time on a DJ in a dance. A long time on a chant in a dance. Me come for nice up the ear. I want to see you skanking and rocking in your living room right now, your bedroom. I mean say dance off salon, dance off the car, liquor salon. People them salon, people eat the seat and awful laugh. promoter and the margin awful laugh. Oh, them laugh. Shala la 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 la. Sing it now. Shala. Can't find a park or the dance really come. Give man a laugh and the cashier a laugh. Can't find a buckle when I come. Me say me can't find no space to walk. I need a food before the food is sell off. The cane man and the margin a laugh. Oh, them laugh. Shala la 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 la. Shala la 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 la. Oh Lord, dance it up from a DJ scheme, must big up yourself. Remember everybody, you know, support the thing, you know. It's all about the David Wagga on scholarship. Make sure you go to the website, donate. You need to see the thing up, you know what I mean? Blessed love. Give me the next track. Well, this one is called reggae music, sing. The music sounds sweet and the people them announce. I must the reggae music, nothing else now but chance, Lord. Let me see some fire emoji. And I say, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, it's a reggae music where the people them defend. And from now till the morning, the vibes are never end. My love is city uptown and get a people blend. Hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, this a reggae music where the people them defend. From now till the morning, the vibes are never end. Nothing derogative or strictly message I have. From your born in Jamaica, there is no escaping it. Reggae music on the top is everybody's favorite. Say you're not gonna feel no pain, even when the bass are hit. This is perfectly natural, and I'm nothing satanic. And if you're born overseas, you need to take a trip, like a pilgrimage to Mecca. And we created it. Want to see some real woman and wind up them ways to this. Like a musical scientist and manipulate physics. Hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, it's a reggae music where the people them defend. From now till the morning, the vibes are never end. I love to see the uptown and get the people then. Hey, Mr. DJ, rough them up again. Well, this a reggae music where the people them defend. From now till the morning, the vibes are never. Make sure not donate, you know. Right away. Reggae music make you dance and reggae music make you smile. We skank into the rhythm from my ones a little child. From Marley and the way they set the pattern and the style. A super cat of lyrics when you flow like River Nile. Big up all the sound and down the way for a while. King Jamis and Stone Love. Them leading by your mind, them take them round the world. I make the sacrifice to put Jamaica on the top. Now when we touch the side, them say, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, this a reggae music where the people them defend. From now till the morning, the vibes in our end. Come on, copy from me, the sickly record. I just sing and I say, hey, Mr. DJ, rough them up again. Well, this a reggae music where the people them defend. From now till the morning, the vibes in our end. First, give me the bang bang, give me the bang bang, give me the bang. That's right. So we do it. Big up DJ Steamers. Hold on. Pull it up again. We see this one right now, this is a very strong message going out, you know, because too much nastiness are going right across the world. Right here in Jamaica, all around the globe. The one you know, man, not stop burn the fire up on certain things. You see the pedophile them, when allow the little picnic them. And allow the woman them stop rape the woman them. See? Kabaka Pyramid said that. This one is called Trample them. Make sure say you not donate right now, you know, because we have to take care of the youth them. See? It's all about David Wagga on scholarship, you know, people. Make sure you get it right, you know, don't get it twisted. See? Uncle Dolo, big up yourself every time. Don't know. In the town, I read the fire Rasta man and burn out. In the town, yeah. I read the fire steamers and burn out. In the town, I read the fire every rock and burn out. In the town, Lord. When we go out, we have a jump with them again. Dismantle them again. And keep pull up down. Warrior! Run it again! Come on! Don't issue this! Don't you issue this, Steamers! Make it run. Are we ready? Remember, it's called Trample them and make sure you stream the music and support the thing, you know, because it's good music, it's positive music. In the town, I read the fire Rasta man and burn out. In the town, yeah. I read the fire Wagga on come burn out. In the town, I read the fire Rasta man and burn out. In the town, Lord, we stay back, make we trample them again, dismantle them again, and clean up all the nastiness from up the resident. Come make we trample them again, dismantle them again, and burn up everything Some pedophile, we wonder how them get so prevalent. Come and we trample them again, dismantle them again. Your steamers make we talk to the time molester. Certain things we don't promote round here, not even joke round here. No link up in the UFC and want to poke round here. No freaky poke round here, no take no coke round here. If them a drift, then you find them body afloat round here. No pedophile round here, can't touch no child round here. If them go smile round here, them get we pile round here. No touch a smile round here, we have missile round. Blood a go flow like river Nile round here. Make we trample them again, dismantle them again. And clean up all the nastiness from off the resident. Come and we trample them again, dismantle them again. And burn up everything dirty Babylon. Make we trample them again, dismantle them again. Them pedophile, we wonder how them get so prevalent. Come and we trample them again, dismantle them again. Wagga on scholarship. We don't want them over west, we don't want them over east, we don't want them in a yard, we don't want them overseas. From them touch a little data, we don't go over pre. Just string them up alive and make the news reporter see it. And burn them on the stage, and don't procrastinate. From children them a rape, them they get lots of rape. All them think they win no rate, no bring that to me gate. Not tell baby rock born or hate when we trample them again, dismantle them again. And clean up all the nastiness from off the resident. Make we trample them again, dismantle them again. And burn up everything when dirty Babylon. Come here, we trample them again, dismantle them again. Pedophile, we wonder how them get so prevalent. Come here, we trample them again, dismantle them again. Your steamers and burn out the dirty bugger them now. Burn them always. Yeah. People is a vibe, you know, we give thanks to having I. Kabaka Prem representing Baby Rock, you don't know. Yeah, I'm say, make sure I donate, you know, I want to see. You know what I mean? I want to say at the end of the day tonight, you know, say, we have a good amount of money for give the youth them. See? Right? Because the youth them have to go to school. They have to get them things, they have to get them laptop. Whole heap of things are going, whole heap of works have been done. More works to be done. So big up everybody who's a part of the David Wagga scholarship. See? And big up all the youths, because the youths are the future. And right now, we have to talk to the government, you know, because you see why we have to do them things ourselves? Because we can't count on the government to do it. You know what I mean? So I want you run the one for me in a steamers. You can congratulate them, because one thing them know how to do, you know. They know how to take away for fool. Run it! Boom! Na. This one's for y'all, the politician, them. Na. Wagga on no beg no friend from them. Look, inna your face, them a smile up. Behind your back of money, them a pile up. Yeah. Try for starting business and them quick for spoil it up. Skibbly bang. Well done, Mr. Politician, man. You done a wonderful job at tear down the country demolition, man. And we a tell them well done, Mr. Politician, man. You done such a great job selling out the country with your business plan. Fire emoji, give them a round of applause for all the work you're doing. Decisions where you make we left the country in a ruins, yo. Strictly personal gain you're pursuing, so the tax rate higher than the planes where you're flying now. Figure make your deal with the IMF, and now we know no box sign or no sugar cane left. The hotels and the beaches and the Spanish them go speechy. But I know how them a do, but all me have to say is well done, Mr. Politician, man. You done a wonderful job at tear down the country demolition, man. We're skibbling bang, well done, Mr. Politician, man. You done such a great job selling out the country with your business plan. What them do? Them keep poverty and unemployment on the rise. Corruption and not to mention the lies. Election and when the tension arrives, so the Bible Kentucky not to mention the fries. Anything to secure your vote, and then you rob the people to secure your vote. We go to Island where the Chinese own, the whole Jamaica is a Chinese loan. We tell them well done, Mr. Politician, man. You done a wonderful job at tear down the country demolition, man. Steamers I tell them well done, Mr. Politician. This Politician lady too. Selling out the country and you still not. Third verse, watch out. If inflation was a test, them would get A+. So when we make the US for exchange rate, call the dollar getting weaker and the solar line build it to the cheaper. But JPS, them prefer keep them Ebenezer. So you Scrooge when they get a people. When you starve and every year you buy a better vehicle. The things they do are beat with bad, but still you manage to keep your job. So we are telling them, well done, Mr. Politician man. You done a wonderful job at tear down the country demolition man. And we are telling them, well done, Miss Politician lady. You done such a great job selling out the country and you still don't pay with. Oh Lord have mercy, eh? Bless the Lord, this is Kabaka Pyramid. Been a pleasure to be here. No matter where you are in the world, we love you. I will give thanks for tuning into this live stream. Those who donated, special love goes out to you. See? Much love.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a performance by Kabaka Pyramid. Hot, hot, hot. All I could say is my name, more fire, more fire. I mean, when he started off on that real rock rhythm, I mean, in the old days we said, boy, the music nice, we have to play it twice. That one kill 40 like it kill lice. Yeah. So we used to run the rhythm, you know? I mean, man say, hold on, pull up. Boy, what a performance. These days, because of the computer age, I just say backspace, backspace. Because all I'm put down with, we say backspace. We're not the computer thing now. But I must have to big up our artists that perform tonight. I mean, Pam Hall, solid. Pablo Bake, solid. Kabaka, solid. And all these performers donated their time. And you know, this is a tough time for artists because they can't have concerts. It's a hell of a sacrifice. They are setting the example. And all of them asking us to donate. So I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, to step up the donations. Silent auction, we're just at 1,300, the value of that half moon package, 4 days, 3 nights, much more than that. So I'm asking you to send in your bid. Just send the email to info@davidwagahunt.org. You can also send your pledges. You can go to the website and also do your donations. Please, we are working with you. We'll follow you. Look on the screen. We are asking you to donate. It was Michael Jackson penned a great song that said, we are the world, we are the children, we are the ones to make a brighter day. Let's start giving. So I'm calling on you, ladies and gentlemen, the boys at Calabar and KC, they need it. I don't want to have any more broken hearts when we see so many students with potential who can't afford it and they are not realizing their potential. So please go to the website, donate. Step up the auction, silent auction. You won't forget going to to a half moon. I've been there a number of times. My favorite resort in Jamaica. Top of tops, 5-star. So please donate. I'm really pleading with you. Step up the donation because we need the money. We need it. As you say, we normally have the red carpet ball and we'll be able to raise 40,000, 50,000 just from that. But COVID are keepers would say. So guess what? We have to turn around and make fashion. And that is the reason why we're having this virtual fundraiser. So please, we are depending on you. We're going to be moving on to another segment. In this segment, we'll showcase some videos from past Wagga Hunt classics and presentations. I'll also be doing an interview with one of our honorees, Mr. Richard Pandohie. He is the CEO of SEPROD and the JMEA president. So stand by. We are going to be giving you some more on the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation initiative.
When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning. I'm blessed, oh man. Ooh. Sometimes I'm lost and far from home, but I'll find my way. I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you say? Let's have a good time until that day. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to this. I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air as far as I can.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This evening, the Victoria Mutual Group celebrates with all of you as we honor the excellent work being done at the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Fund in uplifting deserving young men from Kingston College and Calabar High, two of Jamaica's well-respected high schools. While the challenges of the moment have changed the way we have gathered this evening, the importance of this event is far too great to have been put on hold. So we congratulate the Scholarship Committee and all the organizers of tonight's event for so skillfully adapting to ensure that the work goes on. David Hunt, Wagga, as he is fondly called, in whose honor the Scholarship Fund is named and operated, believed in transforming lives and realizing one's potential, a cause closely aligned to the long-standing purpose and mission of Victoria Mutual. The VM Group has been a proud sponsor of the David Hunt Scholarship Fund since its inception in 2009, first under the umbrella of Victoria Mutual Building Society and now VM Wealth Management Limited, the investment and wealth building arm of the VM Group. During this time, the program has graduated 11 students who have all done well in their educational pursuits, moving on to tertiary studies, both locally and overseas. The program currently supports 21 students now attending high school. The past year has been quite challenging for nation students, with a widespread move to online classes in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. Many promising students were not equipped for this move and were particularly challenged. We are therefore pleased, in addition to our financial support to meet the standard expenses, to know that the fund was able to give recipients with laptop computers to help them thrive with online learning. On behalf of the entire Victoria Mutual Group, I offer heartfelt thanks to the Hunt family and the Scholarship Committee as you make a meaningful impact on the next generation. I also encourage the hardworking and promising scholarship recipients as you grow and work to build a positive future for Jamaica, land we love.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Leighton McKnight, committee member of the David Wagga Hunt Foundation. Today I have the distinct pleasure of interviewing one of our honorees for this year, Mr. Richard Pandohie, who is the Chief Executive Officer for the separate group of companies, a Calabar old boy, President of the JMA. Richard Pandohie will be my guest. Richard, greetings, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks for having me early.
Yeah, man. So I just want to start off by congratulating you being one of the recipients, one of the honorees of the David Wagga Hunt Foundation. How do you feel about being honored?
Well, first of all, when I got the call, I mean, I was very surprised. I mean, honestly, I mean, Wagga has been associated to fantastic schools. I mean, Calabar and KC, both schools have produced a lot of outstanding gentlemen. And I personally could name at least 100 that I think deserve this honor much more than me. But anyway, I take the honor. I'm really glad for it. And I'm not giving back to your people. I'm not going to award.
I'm not taking it back.
But yeah, it's very gratifying. I mean, it's and for me, it's more a legacy for my father. So my father is also Richard Pandohie, also a Calabar boy in the 62, 66, and a lot of what I try to do is to preserve his memory and his legacy. For me, this honor is really for it.
So, tell me, what Calabar means to you and some of what you have been doing there.
Well, as an institution, I mean, the two things that have been a big part of shaping my life has been my high school and the religion. I grew up as an Adventist. I mean, it's and no matter what you have done in life, I've been to multiple universities after that, and you've done many things. But when people ask you where you go to school, you automatically go in high school. That's how it is in Jamaica. Yeah. So, big influence. It's a place that, and I always knew I had to go to Calabar.
Okay.
I mean, it's my father's school, and I'm the firstborn, first son. In fact, two other brothers also went, so we all went. And that is where your lifelong friendships are formed, where your influence is good and bad, And so that means a lot to me. And many of the examples, many of people you aspire to be, are people coming out of the school system also. So that's been very important to me. In terms of what I've been doing for the school, again, I've been very quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's many times people do good because of recognition, but there are things you do just because it's the right thing to do. I think it's an obligation.
Yes.
I think it's an obligation, and I think it's something that I will continue to do. And I'm always there for the school. And and this thing, what Wagga represents to me, this foundation, is around leadership. What he did was exhibit outstanding leadership at two institutions, and brought a sense of great pride to the school. So what I try to do is represent around the people in the school as opposed to symbols.
Yeah.
I think the most important legacy of the institution is the young men which can generate. And so that's what I try to emphasize, the education part of it, things like that. So I'm less about the infrastructure, the symbols,
the people side.
Because the institution is us. We are you say a church, you're a church.
Yes.
Yeah, the building, Calabar is not the building, it's the people that come out of it.
Yeah.
And also we kept emphasizing and reinforcing the people. And this is where the pandemic has reset how we prioritize people. I mean, our society value people not in an upside down way. And now the pandemic has made you realize who are really essential people. What if you can't do without? And then you look back and realize it's not the person necessarily sitting in the best office or the biggest office or the highest paycheck. They can't do nothing because the man and the lady right down there who is not the biggest part of the value chain and the one that becomes critical. So it has reset how we thought about that. From a JMA standpoint, more than 50% of our membership are micro and small businesses, and they have really been suffering. Cash flow impact has been decimated, etc. So I probably spend 60% of my time, just with small and micro, trying to lobby the relevant stakeholders to ensure that we put ourselves in a position where Jamaica can recover sharper, stronger, and better. I mean, the pandemic has also had some significant negative impact, especially in the education sector.
Both at your presidential level, JMA, and the separate level, how do you see engendering philanthropy with corporate social responsibility about business leaders, especially as it relates to youth and education? What are your strategies there?
The expectation that you will do your fair share. It's a part of we're a part of a society. We're benefiting from society. We need to give back. In the case of separate foundation, we're very focused on education, especially in a STEM era. Trying to make sure our kids are getting up with the technology going forward. So we focus a lot on that. And we're now kind of resetting a little bit because with the pandemic, you realize that there's a whole cohort of kids that you can't get to through technology. We probably need to get to physically. So that is putting some reset. But so that is one thing. In terms of just the constituents that I represent on the manufacturer exporter side, people want to do good. And many times people they get confused over what to do. So we're going to try to coordinate so we can get a bigger impact. So everybody doing a really good thing. Yeah. But nobody really we're not focusing it. So everybody coming out, hey, we want a gift package for inner city. Everybody wants a gift package for inner city. But we need to focus properly so we get the biggest impact. But from a separate standpoint, we're always at the position, it's the right thing to do. And keep doing it. As I said, I work for the legacy of my father. My father and my mother, whatever they did, the one thing we had job was our school books and everything. For school, school was their entire emphasis for me and my siblings, because they saw it as our way out. And therefore, I'll continue to preach that message because I've lived it and I want others to live it.
Yeah. Well, Richard, I mean, I've heard you. I think most would all agree that, we could not have chosen a better honoree for the David Wagga Foundation, because your views, your philosophy definitely compatible with those of the foundation. So again, I want to congratulate you. We're honored to have you. And, we know that we can look forward to you continue to do what you're doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we have it, Mr. Richard Pandohie, David Wagga Honoree for this year. He is the CEO of separate group of companies, that is, and also the president of JMA of Jamaica. This is Leighton McKnight, committee member, tuning out. Thank you.
Thank you, Leighton.
Richard, on behalf of the David Wagga Foundation, it's really my pleasure to present this plaque to you as one of our distinguished honorees for 2021. Thanks for all you have been doing. Proud to be associated with it.
Thank you, Leighton. Thank you to the Wagga Foundation.
Yo! Big ups to each and everyone locked in right now. My name is Christopher Johnny Daly. It is my pleasure to be spending some time here with you this evening, this afternoon, whatever time this is coming on, you know what I mean, and that we are talking about. But it is my pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm told this is for charity, and of course, I love to give back to charity. So this is certainly something I looked forward to. That being said, I must tell you that I am also a charity. So the next time you feel generous, link me up, because I definitely need some assistance. Yeah, I live in Jamaica. Now, of course, we are coming to you from the biggest little rock in the world, Jam Rock, home of the stars, Louise Bennett, Oliver Samuels, Paul Campbell. I could go on and on, because you know how we run the world, right? UCM Bolt, Shelley and Fraser Price, Jamaicans are just awesome. So you know the thing go. More specifically, I'm coming to you from Johnny's Place, which is home for stand-up comedy here in Jamaica. Plays, music, whatever it is that you want to do, we have a creative space for you. By the way, I must tell you, I'm very proud of Jamaica, because this little rock here, people, is hot bread right now. Everybody want to come to Jamaica right now. You think it's joke? Even Mexicans want to come to Jamaica right now. Plenty Mexicans. I mean, them have them own a tourism, but them still want to come to Jamaica, because them say we have the best tourism here in Jamaica. Hospitality turn up. Look here, so much so that the Mexicans, them do everyone land at the regular international airports in Jamaica. No, and we have plenty. We have Norman Manley International Airport, Donald Sangster International Airport, the Errol Flynn International Airport, and so much more. But apparently we have more, because the Mexicans now use none of the official airports. The Mexicans, them land anywhere they want to land. For sure. And if anybody is watching from Clarendon, Rocky Point, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because it was just recently that some Mexican tourists land right there in Rocky Point in Clarendon. Yes, and them come off. I hear them have 2 suitcases, 2 of them. Yes, man. And look, Jamaican people treat them good. We are so hospitable that I am told that not even immigration nor police can find the Mexicans there. Yeah, man, well taken care of. Jamaican people. Listen, I have some advice for anybody who want to visit Jamaica, because coming to this island here,
is a very special place. So I want to make sure that you know some rules before you come to Jamaica. So all right, people, remember, these are the coming to Jamaica rules. Are you ready? Rule number 1. If you are coming to Jamaica and you're a Jamaican person living in foreign, number 1, don't tell none of your family and friends them say you're coming to visit Jamaica. Simple reason. Because you and I know that the minute you say I'm going to Jamaica, that them going to come and pile you up with all kind of things in the barrel or in the suitcase, and you will be the one faced with the extra charges at the airport when they bags them overweight. Rule number 1. Now, rule number 2, make sure that if you are coming to Jamaica for a vacation, woo, you're coming to splash in the beautiful blue clear waters or on the white sandy beaches. Hey, make sure so when you're coming to vacation, you go straight to the vacation first. Yes, make sure you full jar yourself, drink your pina colada, check out your foot on the beach. Because anyhow you decide, say, you're going to go straight to your family and your relatives in the district where you come from first, you know it go. You're broke like dog. There's no way you can afford the vacation when you actually come down for. So take my advice. Go straight to the vacation, because you know if you go straight down at the district or the village, down to the shot on your back, down to the new foreign eyelashes, then when you carry down to wink off the people themselves, gone. So look here now, go to your vacation first. And third rule, and this is very important because this will save your life. No speeding on the roads in Jamaica. That is correct, because the truth is that you cannot speed more than the unofficial NASCAR drivers we have here in Jamaica. You know what I'm talking about, right? The unofficial NASCAR drivers, yeah man. We call them robot taxi. Yeah. You can't speed more than the robot taxi. In fact, the robot taxis run the road here in Jamaica. Yeah, man. Them is responsible for the driving. You cannot overrun a robot taxi in Jamaica. In fact, if you look in your rearview mirror and you see a robot taxi bearing down upon you, do what the emergency vehicles them do in Jamaica. Yes. Ambulances pull over and make the taxi driver them pass, because that is the rule. Yeah, man, we have our own rules here in Jamaica when it comes to the road. And 4, this is also very important, people. My final advice in this session for you, because I don't have much more time. Now, if you don't have any money, make I repeat that. If you don't have any money to come to Jamaica, and the only thing you can scrape up to come and see your lovely relatives down here is the plane fare, don't come. I know it might sound like a harsh, and some of you might be saying, what Johnny say? I said, if you don't have no money to come to Jamaica, outside of the plane fare that you can muster, don't bother come. Because you know Jamaican people stay already. You cannot come from Fyah with the 2 long hands and expect we who down here, we feel it. We go try to feed you and take care of you. No, sir. Dog name yourself if you come down here and you can't have money with you. Better you just take some of the money where you have for the plane fare, go down to Western Union and send some of that to it. And then we will send you enough love. Yeah, man, we will send you pure text and tell you we love you, until you just go and work hard in the freezing cold until you can save enough to come home. Amen, hallelujah. Look. Hey, and for those of you who are looking on at this video and you're saying to yourself, no man, I can't Johnny from Lime Chile and that looks so young and nice and sprucey. Let me remind you all that I was the youngest on the show. Someone not take liberty with me, you know. I try and make it look like say me and Miss Della Mascossi was the same age. On a bright and feisty. Yes man, bright, feisty and out of order. Look here, this is all for a worthy cause. Thank you so much. I was happy to contribute and give my time to this, because you know it go already. One hand wash the other. Big up for yourself. And in the meantime, while you're washing one hand, wash my hand to know I have a production. That's my set that we just directed and recorded, and we're putting it out for your virtual pleasure. And it's going up February 13 and 14 on firstinlineja.com. That's firstinlineja.com. And if you go right now, there is an early bird special for $7.99. Tickets are $10.99 regular. So please, instead of Netflixing, go some Jamaican in. Got some play. Yeah, watch this production, people. Marriage Proposal, written by Paul Beal and directed by yours truly. It's been a pleasure. Enjoy.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed that section. Dervan, how was it?
Oh, well, Johnny Daly, hilarious as ever. But can we just say to those who have been watching and listening all over the world that all procedures in connection with the inaugural virtual edition of the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation fundraiser, all protocols are being observed, and in the production of those segments that weren't live, all COVID-19 protocols were observed. In fact, we have been observing the COVID-19 protocols so much, myself and Leighton, Fyah, McKnight, that people are saying, hey, what, it's only in a malice? No, we're maintaining COVID-19 protocols. So, so far so good, but we need more support. Come on, we can do it. We need more. The more you give, it's the more students, the more young men from KC and Calabar will be able to benefit. That's the idea. You've heard some of the stories from the young men themselves and from parents. Would like to thank as well the guidance counselors. They are key in this process. Mrs. Jennifer Jarrett at Calabar High School and Nadine Esco of Kingston College. But we need you to continue to give. The website, davidwagahunt.org, davidwagahunt.org, and the email address for those who would like to make pledges. And remember the silent auction that is on. You can send your email messages, your pledges via email, and also your bids via email. info@davidwagahunt.org. info@davidwagahunt.org. What have you got for us next, Fyah?
Thank you, Dervan. And before I move into some more music, as Dervan said, I just want to point out some of the photos you saw of the boys before and the ball. Those were taken before COVID a keep. So, don't think that those were taken in a bunch during COVID time. We'll give you an historical highlights of what took place before. I just also want to advise you that the interview with Mr. Richard Pandohie, we only showed you excerpt. You can go to our website, the David Wagga Hunt website, to get the full interview, because what we gave you was a condensed version. We are going to be bigging up Donovan Germain of Penthouse Studios. We want to thank him so much. He facilitated us to use his studios to do the musical production, and I'm sure you'll agree it was well done. Big up Donovan. Thanks. Gratitude is a must, as Coffee would say. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue our musical performance, and the next performance will be coming from what I would call an essential staple of the Jamaican musical diet. This group has been around for over 50 years on the Jamaican musical landscape. In fact, they were the featured musicians on Johnny Nash's platinum album, I Can See Clearly Now. They are the most versatile band in Jamaica over the years, timeless. They have given you a number of hits, reggae, calypso. In fact, they gave you hits like You're Safe, Jamming on Ring Road, All Night Party, Jamaican Woman, Shaving Cream. They have been just consistent in their top performances over the years. If you think of Grub Cooper, CD, household name in Jamaican music. Frank Campbell, OD, household name in Jamaican music. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to sit back and let us take in the Fab Five Band, the illustrious musicians out of Jamaica.
Welcome and greetings to all the folks in the virtual world. This is Fab Five representing for Wagga Hunt Foundation. Pleasure to be here. I'd like to perform for you for the next little while. A collaboration between KC and Calabar. Rabala, run the thing.
Jamaicans, at home and abroad, time to celebrate. We are one team. Come on. Don't drop the ball. take you back down memory lane. Featuring the voice of Grove Group and Andrew Casanova. The memories keep coming back. Here we go. Fab Five representing Wagga Hunt Foundation doing a great job. Great job. Let's tell you the true story of the Jamaican ladies. All of you out in the diaspora don't know how Jamaican on them stay. We'll come round to that in a little while. But one thing about the Jamaican lady, she's royal, royal, royal. Ooh, yeah. Natural beauty. Listen, no, I've never been somewhat shy. Until I see your eyes, still I had to try. Yeah. Oh yes, me get my words right and then approach you. Wanna treat you like a man is supposed to. You never have to cry. No, I know everyone can relate when they find a special someone. She's royal, yeah, so royal. I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind. No, the way she moves toward me, she has the quality of a queen. She's a queen. Oh. she's loyal. Sing it out, so royal. And I want her in my life. But never knew anyone so divine until the night that I see the light.
After we don't pick them up like that, all the Jamaican queens, all the royalty, we're gonna tell you now about how them really stay. Parish by parish. A big hit from Fab 5. Once again, let's big up the Wagga Hunt Foundation. Great work. People should always do good in your neighborhood. Leave the world better than you found it, okay? Every country say them have nice woman. Some not so nice, you must understand, yo. Well, Jamaican woman and sugar and sound, and I will tell you about them all. Baby, Jamaican woman, a sugar and song. Yeah. Some of them are chillin' and we make you one. Jamaican woman, a sugar and song. Some of them are chillin' and we make you one. Same time to woman, don't make them fun. Leave them alone, and then we make you one. Then time as a woman is very kind. That's you with your eye, them broke a line. What not a woman can put me through, but treat them good and then we die for you. Yeah.
Jamaican woman, a sugar and song. Some of them are children and we make you born.
Yes.
Jamaican woman, a sugar and song. Some of them are children and we make you born.
Send me every woman, them nice alright, but them love them mad and them quick to fight. Send Anna woman, them have good ways, but if you trouble them and then go give you 9 days. The killer and the woman is a serious lot, and when you need a friend, them all this one spot.
Jamaican woman, a sugar and song. Some of them are children and we make you born. Jamaican woman, a sugar and song. Some of them are children and we make you born.
Now every country say them have nice woman. Some not so nice, you must understand. Jamaican woman, a sugar and song. I am never telling you about them all.
Jamaican woman, a sugar and song. Some of them are children and we make you born. Jamaican woman, a sugar and song. Some of them are children and we make you born.
Now St. James woman love to be free, and when them have the money, them love to spree. I know but woman work hard, it's true. The man if you lazy, them no want you. Westmoreland woman always that shy, and if you come and too strong, you can't get no blind. Jamaican woman, alright, alright.
Some of them are children and we make you born.
Jamaican woman,
sugar and song.
I love this song. Said Elizabeth woman, pretty fit true, but as you talk to them, they want married to you. Manchester woman love to play a fool, but if you capture them heart, you know say you fool. Clarendon a woman of style and fashion, but them love life stormy and full of passion. Then Catherine woman, them love baby, but them plan them life intelligently. Kingston woman love everything, them love excitement and love to sing. Jamaican woman, a sugar and song. Some of them are children, we children you born. Jamaican woman, a sugar and song. Some of them are children and we make you born. But we don't care what nobody say. Jamaican woman and lead the way. Them always stand out in any road, and everywhere them put them is very proud. Them understand them Jamaican man, and most of all them have ambition to tell it to the American and English man. Say Jamaican woman is number one. Show it in the East and in Japan. Jamaican woman is number one. Don't it again make them understand. Jamaican woman is number one. Shout it all over the Caribbean.
Jamaican woman is number one.
And me say tell it to all African nations.
Jamaican woman is number one.
If you agree with Fab 5, hold up your hand.
Jamaican woman is number one.
Do you agree with Fab 5, hold up your hand.
Jamaican woman is number one.
I say Jamaican woman is number one. Jamaican woman is number one. Woman is number one. Said Casey are number one. And Calabar are number one. Can work together
get that as one. Alright. Top 5. We're out, okay?
Okay.
Jamaican woman is number 1, and if you're special, you believe that your special someone is number 1, how about taking that special someone, that special someone to Half Moon? How about that? Yes. The bid right now, we're at, is it 1-3?
Yes, 1-3.
$1,300 and we're talking 3 nights and 4 days. Now, this is a 5-star property we're talking about here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we really need to go up. Where are we now? 16? Oh, I'm 1,600? 1.5. We're at $1,500 right now. We need to get it up. We need to ratchet it up some more. So go on and bid right now. Just send your bids to info@davidwagahunt.org. info@davidwagahunt.org. And if you've been moved by the stories you've heard and the impact that you have seen by virtue of the earlier features on the lives of these young men and the institutions they represent, here's your opportunity. Just send a pledge. Send the pledge to info@davidwagahunt.
And before pressing on Dervan, I just want to, big up, come up to our donors. Mr. Hugh Graham from Paramount, Member of Parliament, just committed $100,000. Big up. Another friend from Wilma's Boys, say I shouldn't call his name, has donated $50,000. He has lodged it already. And Mr. Ricky Osin, President of Guardian Life, through his company, has pledged $150,000. So we're getting there. And, as you notice, some of these people are not even Calabar and KC people. Yeah. I'm not a KC or Calabar.
At you. Yes.
But it's a worthy cause, and Wagga is a great man and it's a great initiative. Yeah. So dig into the pockets, people, and put up some money. Over back to you, Dervan.
That's right. And as we've told you, we're honoring 2 stalwarts this evening. You saw one of those stalwarts earlier on in the person of Richard Pandohie, the CEO of Seprod and President of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association. Coming up, we're going to hear from Professor Rainford Wilks, a KC old boy, of course, Richard Pandohie being a Calabar old boy. So these are our honorees this evening, and we're looking forward to hearing what Professor Wilks has to say. And then we have a couple of messages to come, and then it will be time for the grand finale. What is that grand finale? Stay tuned.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We're honored and blessed this morning to be in the presence of Professor Rainford Wilks, Professor Emeritus, Professor of Epidemiology, and importantly, Kingston College Old Boy, and one of this year's honorees from the Wagga Hunt Scholarship Committee. Professor Wilks, good morning, sir.
Morning, Mr. Principal. How are you?
I'm very well. It is my real pleasure to be in your company and talk to you this morning.
First of all, let me begin by congratulating the Wagga Hunt organization. First of all, from the concept, the philosophy, which incorporates 2 big rival schools and many other schools, yourself, principal of JC and so on. And it's a tremendous work that you've been doing, and I'm very pleased that in an organization to which I belong, which is the Gibson Macoprides, that over the last 4 years, I think, maybe 4 or 5, could be 3, we've been able to contribute to this, because we are very convinced that it was a no-brainer when the request was made. So we want to congratulate you and want to thank you for the opportunity to be a part of that. And we're so pleased to hear that that's been going so well. It was a case in the era of Douglas Forrest, who gave his life to that place. He never married. He married Casey, I suppose. And when his name is called, I get goose pimples. nowadays, because he was so dedicated. He had such a major impact on the lives of boys, not only in his own way, but in the kind of ethos which began with Bishop Gibson, which the school was set up for that, for boys who weren't privileged to get a high quality education. You know, probably our DNA was affected and positively affected by the circumstances of integrity, honesty, and a willingness to share whatever you have. So at KC, we shared everything. I did track and basketball. I wanted to table tennis, but that was an elite sport, and that's a story for another day. You had to come with a reputation.
Yes.
Yes. And one of the sharing I remember is, so you're in track training from summer all the way through to March, and then you had to catch up in time for exams, which was June. And one of the sharing I remember is that every day after jams was finished, you spent it at KC, including Sundays. Mainly members of the track team and a few other guys trying to catch up, putting 12 hours a day in academic work or whatever was lost in the track and football season. In terms of education, the critical thinking is a part, and even now when I owe my career as a teacher, I've always asked of the students to think critically, to challenge even what I'm saying.
Right.
My own contribution over the years in epidemiology is that I really feel that I've assisted those who went before me and taken it, by the development of master's and PhD courses in epidemiology in the Caribbean. First ones, only ones that exist in the English-speaking Caribbean now. Came out of my own training, and I believe that was probably my most important legacy in the academy. And then there's the research, which has had some impact on health policies. Totally different world. Epidemiology has three real parts. It measures how much disease there is. So, the case counts for COVID. It looks at what could be driving it. So we've found the virus many years ago. It will have taken us decades to identify the virus. So it has benefited from all the scientific advances. Definitely the quickest vaccine to be produced.
You mentioned a bit about your early background in Whitfield Town.
Yes.
And so those are humble backgrounds.
Yes.
And I want you to spend a little time on that, because we have a responsibility to guide boys from humble backgrounds and to let them know the top of the world is theirs for the taking. Absolutely. But there are some things they will have to do to get there. Right. Share with them some of what transferred you from that humble background of Whitfield Town into somebody who's a mover and shaker in our country now. Right. And I'm sure that is the situation for a lot of our students across the country.
And not only in the professions, but in all the cultures and so on.
Yes.
So that's where I was born. Jubilee, but we were living at 183.
Under the clock?
Yes. 183 Spanish Town Road, which is on Spanish Town Road between Maxfield and Walton Park Road. We later moved up. But I want to mention also that went to live in Banbury when the old man took ill in the late 50s. And so that again was another community where there are people who help to rear you.
But the fact that two schools who are pillars of Jamaica's education could come together and do something that is benefiting the growth and development of youngsters is really significant.
Absolutely. And Wagga is a hero, and you all should nominate him for a national award.
Yes.
Posthumous honors are quite in order. Yeah. And that is a major effect. And so for example, when there was a little bit of a chafing between the two schools, you could pull on that kind of history to snuff it out.
Yeah.
Because there were examples of and even somebody as Prime Minister Patterson, former Prime Minister Patterson, was able to come back and say, and you heard Vin Lawrence something from the Calabar side, and you heard the numbers on the KC side, saying that this is totally unnecessary because we're all wrapped up in the same effort. Not only you'll all talk about his football coaching, but his Champs book.
Yes.
And again, another piece of evidence-based prediction. You look forward to it, Wasn't going to be absolutely right every time, but you saw the arguments behind it, the work he would have done to go across the island and pick up all those data to be able to predict so accurately. So I'm charging you to make sure he gets a national honor. So
well, we certainly take that suggestion, sir. I hold you up, sir, as an example to not just to Kingston College and Calabar and the Wagga Foundation, but to all schools and all school students all around as to what we can achieve from the humble backgrounds if the right ingredients are put in it, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Professor Wilks, it is with pleasure that I present you with this. This is just a token to show you how much we appreciate the support that you have given to the Wagga Scholarship Initiative over the years, and we hope that we will continue to partner. We want to keep this going for as long as we can. We want to assist the boys for as long as we can, support them as much as we can, and with your help I know we can. Thank you.
You're welcome. On behalf of the Gibson Makukulis, thank you very much.
It is our pleasure.
Proven is proud to have been a financial partner of the David Hunt Scholarship that has seen so much needed support for our male students. I am Luana Williams, Assistant Vice President, Corporate Finance at Proven Wealth Limited. For us, being able to provide a platform for our young men to excel augurs well for nation building. We are heartened to have watched our awardees grow as much as the scholarship itself grew through awareness, application, and structure. Congratulations to the administrators. Continued prayers for the David Hunt family, and best wishes for the past and current students. Do well and be safe.
Proven Wealth Limited. We are experts in investments, stock brokerage, financial advisory, corporate finance, cambio and foreign exchange, asset management, unit trust management, pension fund management. Let us manage your wealth to suit your lifestyle. Contact us today at 876-908-3800 or visit our website at provenwealth.com.
Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is envy, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. As the patron of the Wagga Hunt Foundation, it gives me great pleasure to bring greetings in this festive season for the Scholarship Foundation and the award of scholarships. 2020 has definitely been not a good year. It has caused a pandemic, and we are all in this mode of can't go, will go, don't know if we can go. But we have to go for the young ones. It is definite that we must make that extra effort. And it is with that that I am imploring all the committee members to work even a little harder to encourage one person to join the committee as a foundation, as a assistant to all of us, because we need help to go forward. We have 21 children with scholarships at present, and I think it is a fantastic number to have, and we have seen the success of many already. I think we have completed 5, and they are wonderful when you speak with these boys and see what they have achieved and how much they have achieved. I know they will go great places and they will accomplish a lot.
I
My name is Giovanni Henry. I'm a proud recipient of the David Wagga Scholarship. I'm currently in 6th form, lower 6th that is. And I will achieve my dreams because I'm a very hard-working young man and I persevere despite any circumstances and any obstacles I have been faced in or anything. So I think that I will achieve my dream because of that. My name is Gianni Henry. I'm a proud recipient of the David Wagga Scholarship. I'm currently in lower 6. I will achieve my goal. I will achieve my dream because I have the right courage to pursue them. And I believe that is where I will find success.
And so here we are. It's that time for us to bring the curtains down on what has been a very special, life-changing event. You have heard the stories, the impact of the work of the David Wagga Scholarship Foundation on the lives of students at Kingston College and Calabar High School. Thanks to you, our faithful contributors, and even those who have come on for the first time, thanks to you, we are a step closer. Naturally, I mean, Fyah, you're the numbers man. I'm not sure what the numbers are looking like yet. We don't want to close it in such a way, just want to keep it open for the word might just be getting around to some people.
Yeah, and with that, Dervan, I just want to acknowledge some donations that we have.
Sure.
And, you know, invite, as you said, others to join. Out of the U.S., Mr. Bancroft Gordon, big supporter, US $1,000, big up Banky. Donovan Miles, US $1,000. And then Dr. Norman Smith, US $1,000. So that's $3,000 from those three gentlemen. And our honoree, Mr. Richard Pandohie, $150,000. I have to big up Richard, always giving back, you know, to Calabar and school. Thank you for that $150,000. So, ladies and gentlemen, the pledges, please put them in still. We really appreciate it. And, you know, we have a lot of gratitude to give Dervan, so we can continue.
Absolutely. And let's remember as well, what was the story with the silent auction?
Yes, so for the silent auction, we're still accepting bids. We are at $1,500, and we are still encouraging you. Remember, it's 4 days, 3 nights at the 5-star luxury Half Moon Hotel in Montego Bay. So you still can send in your pledge or your bid at info@davidwaggahunt.org. If not, the person who has bidded the ice at $1,500 will get it. We'll contact you based on the email. So keep bidding, and you know it's always for a worthy cause, the David Wagga Scholarship Initiative.
That's right. And so, well, all that's left for us to do is to continue the mode of gratitude.
Yes.
By saying thanks to our skeletal staff. And we say that deliberately because this is the age of COVID-19. So it's hardly a handful of us here. We thank Andrea daily for her work behind the scenes and the technical man par excellence.
Yes.
Who is so calm, cool, and collected. We're talking about Dwayne McDonald. Thank you so much, Dwayne, for your commitment, your dedication, your stick-to-itiveness, and making sure that the technology does what it is supposed to do.
Son of our co-chairman, Arnold Lulu McDonald, you know?
That is ensuring continuity, right?
Yes, you know? Yeah, man, that's Dwayne and Esther, you know? So, Dwayne is proof that we can plant peas and reap corn. You can beat me up for that.
Thanks to the teams, not just here, not just the committee here in Jamaica, but obviously the committee in Washington, D.C. as well. We know Michael McPherson is plugged in, naturally, and of course Christopher Hunt also in the mix. I'm going to get into trouble now calling all these names, but you all know yourselves, every single one of you, and we thank members of the media who have supported and continue to support the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation.
Especially you, Dervan. You have given us a lot of plug on your program, and we want to extend our gratitude. Our Secretary of the Committee, Joy Wilkins, work hard. You know, Don Street, Hamlin Pagan, George Beckford, you know, David Batts, you know, all these committee members work hard to get this thing going, you know. And we also want to big up Dwayne Richards from Yard Sports, who assisted with the production. Yes. Tremendous.
Yes, Dwayne, well done. And we could go on, and if we were to thank everybody, boy, we would be here beyond the curfew. We have to finish before, so we have to wrap right now. But the last dose of thanks, since we're in the age of vaccines, the last dose of thanks to you, our faithful contributors. Thank you, and please tell a friend, tell a relative, just ask them if they have already made their contribution to the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation. If the answer is no, then please ask them to play their part, as we like to paraphrase the national pledge, to play our part. Let's play our part in advancing the welfare of the human race.
And again, let us also we had done it before, but our artists are phenomenal. Pam Hall, Paul Blake, Kabaka Pyramid, Fab Five, tremendous performance. And gratitude is how much.
And the rib-tickling act of Christopher Johnny Daly. We can't forget that. Yes. Very well done. Very well done. And again, Donovan Germain.
Penthouse.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. And so that's it. We did promise you a finale, right? So this is it. We're wrapping, but the finale is coming up. The final act, as we say. Thank you very much. Continue to be safe. Continue to practice social distancing, physical distancing, wearing of the masks, washing and sanitizing the hands as often as possible.
And I'm supposed to thank you for being an MC. You know, you have really assisted us greatly. I was given that instruction to make sure you thank Dervan. So.
And thanks to you, it was great working with you, Fyah. And we're doing more than numbers.
Yes. My pleasure.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Keep the fire burning. Keep it burning, everybody. Thank you very much. God bless you. Continue to be safe. Take care. And remember, just keep in touch with the David Wagga Hunt Scholarship Foundation. DavidWaggaHunt.org. DavidWaggaHunt.org. Take care.
And thanks to Lloyd Anderson too. And what? More Kabaka.
One extra.
Well, everywhere I look, I see pollution, war and crime, violence, disease are spread. Things and times I get dread. Well, no. Everywhere I go, I see pollution and disillusion, oh yeah. Where is the world I know? We falling like a domino, oh Lord. Everywhere I go, I see pollution. What's the solution, oh yeah? Where is the world I know? I say we reaping what we sow. I see innocent faces behind prison cages, civilized slavery, immunized babies, living life crazy. All these sugar cravings, man-made diseases, them releasing in the trade winds. Where is the world that I was raised in? Things are quickly changing, lost in on my timeline. No more books and pages, religious wars raging for these corporations, bargaining and trading. Hellfire raising up everywhere I go. I see pollution and disillusion, oh yeah. Where is the world I know? We falling like a domino. Everywhere I go, I see pollution. What's the solution, bro? Where is the world I know? I say we reaping what we sow. So watch out, look at what is happening. Naturally air flattening, GMO fattening, the people from the slaughter. Medicines developing, placed in the gelatin. Tumor start swell up and you run go check the pasta. If we not do something, now then what will happen after? Human race running and the finish is disaster. And as I ask her, oracle about the future, she said for listen to the past. And I tell her say, everywhere I go, I
I see pollution and disillusion out there. Where is the world I know?
Where is this world we
falling like a domino about us and we say,
don't you see?
Everywhere I go,
oh, everywhere.
I see pollution. What's the solution out there?
Oh,
where is the world I know?
Oh, where art thou?
I say we reaping what we sow.
But me tell listen me, from the place where test your fate, where the only thing arise a double murder, a dear rape. Some people stay, some people leave. Mama pray while sister grieve, and nobody no assist the people. The system does trick the people. Me see them, no feed them. Them come here with bad influence. Feed them, stop piping them, fight back. No woman a cry and babu no like that. I bite back. It used to carry a girl with round ass. Now it carry youths them wear round blast. Don't tell them I won't ask about last week. 1 year past since my last week. So ask evil, it past evil. Past a past now response for lost people. People lost, somebody's never found again. And you what them me said the devil not their own. No man.
Everywhere I go, I see pollution and disillusion. Oh yeah. Where is the world I know?
Oh, where is this world I know?
We falling like a domino now.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I see pollution.
I see.
What's the solution of one?
What?
Where is the world I know? We falling like a domino.
Hey. Come back to Pyramid alongside the Baby Rockers and Protege.
Immaculate. Shawnee B, big up yourself every time. One extra style, long.
I like it. Do you like it?
A pure niceness is priceless. Sure. Everywhere I go, I see pollution and disillusion. Oh yeah. Where is the world I know?
Where is the world that I know?
We falling like a domino.
Where is the world that I know?
Everywhere I go, I see pollution. What's the solution of one? Where is the world I know?
Where is the world we know?
Sure.
Oh no.
Contraband style, you know. Protege style. Kabaka P style. Baby Rockers. Accurate.